Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Liz here, and if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, then make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. In this video, I want to talk about, is it too late to start a YouTube channel in 2022? We're about to get into a new year. A lot of people always have new year, new goals, and if you do want to start your channel, some of the things that you need to do in order to grow your channel in 2022. So if you're interested in that type of content, then make sure you keep watching. She got me feeling like I really started growing my channel only in early 2021, and honestly I thought that it was probably too late. The market was oversaturated. I feel like a lot of people feel that type of way, so it kind of gets in the way of them even starting their channel to begin with. So I just wanted to make this video to share with you guys a little bit of what it takes to start your channel and how you can grow it yourself over the next year, so you're able to feel more confident with your channel and make some money at the same time. A lot of people want to start their YouTube channel out, but they don't know what to do. They don't even know where to start, but they have this idea in their brain and they really want to start it. At some point I was that person as well, and at some point everybody else on YouTube was also that person. So it's okay if you feel like you don't really know what you're doing, you have no idea what to do to even start, but you do know that you want to start a YouTube channel because it seems like something you would love to do and something that you're passionate about. So I feel like a lot of people in the beginning, they have fear more than questions. You have the fear of, will my video get enough views? Will I get likes? Will I get subscribers? Will people even be interested in my content? And I feel like a lot of people also struggle with imposter syndrome. How can I even declare I'm a YouTuber when I only have 0 YouTube videos, or 1 or 2 or 3? So I kind of want to talk about all that stuff and just kind of walk you guys through the process of starting your own YouTube channel, so it kind of can help calm some nerves. Just see how easy it is to actually just start. Starting is actually the easiest part, believe it or not. To just start is the easiest part, but it is kind of, you know, there are steps to starting. You can't just like log on to your computer and all of a sudden you're a YouTuber. But you know, I want to walk you guys through the process of how to actually start your channel, how to upload your first video, and how to just get going, and some of my tips and tricks and advice on what to do with your video in order for it to grow, show some growth, and actually start gaining momentum so your channel can grow as well. So like I said, the first step is, you know, getting started. I would say the first step, you want to pick out your channel name, what you're going to talk about. You want to think about all that stuff first before you get started, because you're going to need all the information to put into YouTube when you're registering your YouTube account. So if you have a Gmail account, then chances are you probably already have a YouTube account. So every Gmail account can be used to create a YouTube account. So I'm gonna just walk you guys through the process of pretty much starting a new YouTube account with 0 content, 0 subscribers, and nothing at all. So this is what the YouTube homepage looks like when you go right on youtube.com. You're gonna want to click sign in the corner. And since we don't have an account already, we're going to create an account. You can do for yourself, or you could do to manage my business, but I'm going to click for myself. And on this page, you're going to want to put in your first name, last name. And since we don't have a Gmail account, we're going to actually create a new Gmail address to use instead. So we're going to start out fresh. Once you've created your new Gmail account, this is what your homepage will look like now. You are signed in through Gmail, but at this moment you still do not actually have your YouTube account. So you're going to want to click on your name and then create a channel. The name for your channel does not have to be the same name that you put on your Gmail account. I would suggest you just put something that's easy for people to remember and easy for people to search for. So for this purpose, I'm just putting Liz Testing, and you want to put a picture in. Again, I just grabbed the random picture off of my phone, so I'm just sorting it, putting it in the corner. Make sure you should probably use a picture of your face so people can really see who you are and what the channel is about. And then there you go. Then you're going to click create channel and you will have your brand new YouTube channel. This is what your channel homepage will look like at the moment. Since you have no videos, it will obviously ask you to upload a video, but this is what most people will see on their end. When you have videos, there'll be videos in the middle, and then on the side you still have the regular functions from the home tab. To access your YouTube Studio, you want to click on your name in the corner again, and you're going to click on YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is the back end of your YouTube channel, where mainly you will go to upload videos, view your analytics, and view your progress towards monetization and all that stuff. So once you have your name and everything, and you have your channel up, and you've decided on some topics you want to talk about, I would definitely say don't niche down too much at the beginning. You want to test the waters. I would say have 3 or 4 topics that you're really passionate about, that you can see yourself creating videos about around that topic. So whether it's skincare, whether it's self-love, whether it's natural hair videos, whether it's vlogging, there's so many kinds. Some business ideas, people just do YouTube growth hacks, social media growth hacks, whatever it is you're passionate about. Or maybe you went to school for art, you want to do painting, you want to do sewing, you want to make videos around something that you are passionate about, so you know that you can keep going and you can keep up the momentum, especially if your audience starts to like that type of video. You want to be able to keep going. So that's the key. So I would say pick about 3 to 4 topics that you're really passionate about, you're really skilled in as well, so that you could share those skills and your knowledge with the world. So once you've decided on your topics, you've signed up for YouTube, you've made an account, you've put in your name, you've done everything, the next thing is to actually record. So you're gonna need something to record with. Most people use a camera, but if you don't have a camera, that's fine. Your iPhone works just fine. There's plenty of videos on my channel where I'm using just my iPhone, especially when I'm vlogging. I tend to take my iPhone because my camera is honestly too big for me to take out places, and the quality on my iPhone it's great. I feel like sometimes it's even a little better for vlogging through my iPhone than the camera, because the camera, it zooms in and out a lot. It's a lot, and especially it's a lot to take it out in public, the microphone, the everything. So using your camera is just fine. So that's my number one, is just have something to record with, something you're comfortable, something you already know how to use. Because if you do go out and buy a big fancy camera, you're gonna get deterred because you're not even gonna know how to operate it. Then now you're probably gonna have to take like a month or something, take a course on how to use the camera. So I would just say just use what you already have to get started. Use what you already have. If it's a camera, if it's a phone, whatever you already have, just go ahead and use it. And in the beginning, if you're using your phone, I would recommend to get an external mic, and you can find those on Amazon for, you know, like very cheap, maybe $10-15, just like a mic you can use in addition to your phone. Because what I find is people who record solely from their iPhone, it does come out a little muffled when it's uploaded onto YouTube. So usually with my iPhone content, I don't even use the sound. I usually just go do like music over it, because the sound comes out really muffled, unless it was something really important and I just really had to get that in the video. But that would be my only recommendation. If you already have a phone and you don't want to purchase a camera, that's fine. I would just purchase an external mic, and that'll be way cheaper than spending a couple of hundred, and some people even $1,000 on a camera. I think it's best you just get a mic, start with your iPhone, start making content, and just get it out there and see what people are liking. People are loving what you can really build on, and that would be just like the best tip for getting started in equipment, especially when you're just a beginner. Just stick to your iPhone, get a mic, and that would be it. You can also get a ring light if you would like, but honestly the sunlight does a good enough job. You can just make sure you're recording during the day when there's sunlight. Use your phone and use the external mic, and you'll be good to go to record your first video. So now that you've actually recorded your video, the next step is to edit it and get it online. For me, I would say just do a little research on the editing softwares that people use. I know most YouTubers use either iMovie or Final Cut Pro. I personally use Adobe Premiere Pro, so I feel like those are the 3 big ones. iMovie does come free with every Apple device, so again, if you record it on your phone, I would recommend just editing it right there on iMovie. It would probably be your easiest bet. If you also have a MacBook or an iMac or any Apple computer, that software is also there for free. So that's what I started using in the beginning. I was using iMovie. I did not invest in any editing software in the beginning, and iMovie does great, especially if you're not doing too much. Like if you are just making sit-down videos, you want to have overlays, you want to have a little bit of stuff on the screen, iMovie can definitely do that. And once you get more in depth with your videos, and once you're maybe like a lot more videos and you know what you're really going to do with your channel, then I would recommend investing in a higher quality editing software software, but in the beginning you definitely don't need that, and you only need iMovie. Or if you have a Windows computer, I believe there's Windows Movie Maker. I'm sorry, I haven't had a Windows in a few years, but I know those used to come free with Windows as well. And if not, I'm sure there's plenty of other softwares online. You can just download them. There's plenty of stuff in the App Store, especially if you're using your phone. There's KineMaster, there's Video Leap. There's a lot of just free editing software that are really great, and they get the job done as well. So the next step would just be to edit your video, make it look more put together. If you find yourself saying a lot, try and take that out. Or if there's just long pauses in there, try and take that out. Just try and edit your video to make it crisp and clean, so it's enjoyable for the person watching it and they're not getting frustrated with little minor details within your video. Once your video is all edited and you feel happy and satisfied with the product, you are now ready to upload it. The next step would be to make a thumbnail to go along with your video. You want this thumbnail to represent the video overall, but also to entice people to actually click on it and watch the whole video. So you want it to kind of draw some kind of emotion out of people, but then also have some keywords on it that your video is about, so people really know just by the thumbnail what the video is about. I would say the thumbnail is one of the most important things to actually focus your time on, and it's not something you want to slack, especially from the beginning. You want to get into the vibe of just always making a nice, clean, clear thumbnail. Make sure the picture is crisp. Make sure the words on there are legible. Everyone can read it, especially on an iPhone, that people can read it. I personally just use Canva for all of my thumbnails because it makes it easy. They save a copy of my last one, so I can kind of just build from it, and I can keep my brain in the same and kind of the same consistent look. So I definitely recommend Canva. It's totally free. I've never paid for Canva, so that's another thing. I totally recommend doing all the free stuff first and really get your footing before you try and spend a bunch of money on your YouTube channel. I always say you want to make money and spend money, but you have to make sure you're making the money too. So just make sure your thumbnails are nice, crisp, clean. It's very clear what your video is going to be about from the thumbnail, and people can get the idea of it by the thumbnail, and then they also want to click on it. It takes a lot, but I feel like, you know, the more you do it, the better you get at it, and you'll get a groove of what kind of thumbnails do better and which ones just kind of don't. And you can always switch out your thumbnails later. You can always just fix them and put it better. YouTube will definitely tell you sometimes if your video is not doing as well, that maybe fixing the thumbnail will help. So once you have your thumbnail and everything, I'm gonna walk you guys through the process of actually uploading a video onto your new YouTube channel, and then what you should do in order for it to be live and for everyone on the internet to be able to see your video. We are back in the YouTube studio. This is your dashboard. As I said earlier, the upload button is in the corner over there. So you want to press that button, and then afterwards you can drag and drop the video file that you've already created and edited on whichever software you chose. After that, the video will automatically start to upload, and while it's uploading, you can add all the details at that time. So you could put your title, you want to write a very detailed description, and then you want to go through and you want to upload your thumbnail as well. Since you've already created your thumbnail, you want to just click upload thumbnail, and then you can just pick the same file that you just created. You do not want to use one of the ones created by YouTube because they're just going to get a screenshot of a random part of the video. After that, you want to add the video onto a playlist as well, and then you just want to check all these, yes if it's made for kids, no if it's not made for kids. You want to go through and make sure you also do the tags. The tags are super important, so you want to put tags that are relevant to your video in this portion over here. During your first upload, make sure you select the language that your videos will be in, mostly English for us in America, so that YouTube can push out to the right people. And you want to do the category as well. There are a few different options, but I always just put people and vlogs. You move on to the next screen, which is the video elements. It's very important to add an end screen to each video, and then you add the cards as well. If you guys would like to know more about that, then make sure you leave me a comment down below and I'll make another video. And YouTube recently added this feature, which is checks. So while your video is still uploading, it'll check to see if there's any copyright infringements on your video. And then after that, this is the last step. You want to save it, you want to private, you want to put it public. You would pick right here, and then you would hit publish, and once your video is done uploading, it will be all set. But for right now, I'm going to click private. just so I can make sure that everything is all set with the video and the checks go through before I actually make it public. And there was no checks found, so I'm all set with this video. It's good to go. I can monetize it once I'm eligible because there's no copyright infringements on the video. Once you hit save, you're going to be brought right back to your dashboard, and it does not show up because we did not public the video. You can go right back, you can hit edit, and then you can just put it to public. And once you do that, this will be your first uploaded video on your channel. So the description box is also very important to the growth of your video and the growth of your channel. You want to make sure your description boxes are very detailed. Use as much space as you can. I believe the maximum is 5,000 letters. It's a lot, and I would recommend you put a lot of information in there. You want to pack in as much information into your description box as you can, and that will just make it easier for the algorithm to know exactly what your video is about, to recommend it to the right people. And that's what really helps your channel grow, is the algorithm being able to read what your video is about and recommend it to the right people. And that's a huge boost on your SEO, and it just helps your video get found easier. So the description box will help your video get found, but your thumbnail is what's really going to motivate people to click on your video. So you want to definitely make sure those two are in line, but they are both very important. And along with the description is also the tags at the bottom. You want to make sure the tags are reiterating all the keywords that are in your thumbnail and that are in your description box. You want to make sure that you have tags that reiterate everything that's important. So this helps with people who are searching for your type of video to be able to find it and to boost where you rank on the search page. If the algorithm can tell exactly what your video is about and people are watching, people are clicking on it, people are watching it longer, it's gonna help you just show up even more on the search engine. I also recommend adding hashtags right into your description box. This honestly helps a lot. I was so happy once I finally discovered how to use hashtags in my description box. So say your video is about natural hair, because I do a lot of natural hair videos. I would just put, you know, hashtag natural hair, hashtag big chop, hashtag TWA. And if you put those right in the description box, the first three I believe will pop up right underneath your video, and then that will also help boost it, so your video will be listed under these tags on YouTube. So if anyone was just browsing those tags, your video would be there, and then that's just another way to help with your visibility on YouTube, which helps your channel grow as well. So those are the very basics pretty much of how just to get started on YouTube, how to just upload your first video, and how to really get going, and the key tips and advice that I would use for each video to just help its maximum exposure, maximum growth overall. But the key thing to remember is just always to be you and be authentic to yourself, and just make content that you truly enjoy, that your audience can truly enjoy it too, because if you're not enjoying it, I guarantee your audience is not going to enjoy it. So you definitely just want to find something you're passionate about and get started. I don't think it's too late at all. There's no such thing as oversaturated in any market. If you bring you bring your authentic self, you bring the stuff you care about, just bring you and what you bring to this world, and you bring that to YouTube, I guarantee you're gonna find your own following, you're gonna find your crowd, and you want to get out there and network as well. Networking is very important, and I'm gonna make a video about how I actually achieved my first 1,000 subscribers in detail of what I exactly did every day in order for me to make this goal of mine come true. So if you're interested in that video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified every time I do upload a new video. And if you're a new content creator or you're thinking about starting this journey as well, leave me a comment down below. Tell me what your channel is going to be about. If you've already started it, go ahead and network down below with some people and let me know what your channel is about so I can follow you too as well. I can follow your journey. And I just want to thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.